have a quick good morning for Suresh from all of you. Let's welcome Suresh.
Yeah,
Suresh
good
Sadagopan.
morning. Good morning, all of you. Thank you for being here. Let us have a wonderful session today.
Praveen, Tushar, who else is there? Come on. Let's see if you're able to hear us, see us. Can you say good morning in the chat box, please? Put it on the panel and put it for the panel and attendees. Okay.
Yeah.
Manshu, Ajay, Vipul, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, each one of you. Good morning.
All right.
Have a wonderful day. Let's start.
So friends, today we have a special guest with us, Mr. Suresh Sadagopan. We have heard him before, very much known to the community, but he has released his new book, and I thought I'll have a quick chat and our interesting dialogue with Suresh around his book, and I think we will have a very interesting as well as very insightful conversation today. So let's get started. How are you all to get started? Shall we get started? Can say bring it on. All right, PIO, bring it on. All right, okay, good. So friends, Suresh Sadagopan, leading financial planner, founder of Ladder 7, and also has done a lot for community and the investment, is also a registered investment advisor. So Suresh, in the first place, welcome and thank you for accepting our invite. Really appreciate it, and congratulations for this new book.
Thank you so much.
If God was your financial planner, I really love the title of the book as well as the print and layout, which it has come very rich format.
Sadiq, you should go beyond the title of the book. You should read the book.
Yes. So I did read a couple of chapters, and based on that, I thought I'll not have a regular interview or anything like that. I'm going to make it really very special. So friends, based on this book, it looks like Suresh has a direct contact with God up there. And, so I'm going to put some questions to Suresh as if, he's directly interacting with the call. He's going to give a call to God right in front of us. And whatever God says, he's going to talk in, reveal it in front of us. Okay. So that's how this session will run for the next 20-25 minutes. And we are going to have fun and really interesting insights. Okay. So at the end of the day, we all know that it's only the God who knows the truth. Okay. All the truth in this world, only God knows. Otherwise, we are all having our own biases, our own blind spots and stuff like that. So let's see how this is going to go. But Suresh, before I jump on to some questions to you, what prompted you to write this book? It's been a long time. You have been all over the places, all over the media. And, I think the whole community has been telling you, come out with a book, come out with a book. But ultimately, you have come out. So what prompted you to make it happen?
So one of the things in our practice is that we are able to service just hundreds of people. Whereas there are crores of people out there who really require, say, the counsel of a good quality advisor.
Correct. Okay.
And there are so many things which, I would humbly say that we have learned from our clients. There are so many things. And as an advisor also, over a period of time, we learn so many things. So, it has been my endeavor to present that in front of the public. But primarily, I have been doing through articles. But the problem with articles is that it's a short format article, maybe 700, 800 words.
Correct.
There is only so much that you can write in a typical article. And the article also has a very short shelf life. So the article which you have written today, maybe it is in circulation for the next 1 week. And after that, it is gone, lost forever. Whereas a body of knowledge which can be useful for the general public, it should be in a form which can be accessed at any time, and it should all be in a concise form, in one place.
Right.
And that is where the thought came that probably a book will be better. So I have not said anything substantially different from the multiple articles I have written, but you will find all that in one place. That is one. And the second thing is, I have not talked only about the products and stuff. It's more of an advisory approach that I have brought into the book. What we people talk to the clients from an advisory standpoint. So that is what I have done. And even for the advisory community to whom we are now talking to, there is a lot that they will find resonance in the book. I mean, the way I'm dealing with the client, I mean, I'm sure they're also dealing with the clients in their own way.
Yes.
So there will be a lot of resonance. They'll find a lot of it out there. So that is what prompted me to write the book. And initially I was hesitant because a book is book is a kind of a difficult endeavor.
Yes.
Yeah, in the sense that, I mean, this is about a 260, 270 page book, and for you to, think through the whole thing and write it out and publish it and all that, it's a problem. Okay.
All right.
So somebody is saying audio is low.
Yes.
Okay. So it's, yeah. Is it better now, Nina?
Yes. This is
okay.
much better. Yes.
Okay. Great. Wonderful.
All right. So, yes, Suresh.
Yeah. So you can go on. We will cover all these things.
All right. So, Suresh, I have come up with situations which most of the financial advisors face with their clients, and we are always in a dilemma, as to how to guide clients on these situations. Okay, and I thought I'll put it across to you since you have a, let's see how it goes. Okay. So, Suresh, my first question to you is this. One of my client wants to buy a second house. Okay. And he wants to buy the house to take a loan and save taxes on it. So what do you think God will tell such client?
They say Bhagwan Manushya Rupena. So I think all of us advisors are in a sense, we have the presence of God inside us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I mean, those of us who are playing the right role, the word I love a lot is fiduciary. So those of us who are putting the clients first, okay, let us talk your language.
Yes.
So let us. So if they are putting clients first, they will do all the right things. Okay. Correct. So obviously, buying a house only from the saving tax point of view is never a good idea. Any good advisor out here would say that. I mean, you have to buy an investment, or you have to put money into an investment. The investment for investment sake itself. I mean, it has to satisfy a specific goal. Okay. So to that extent, it doesn't make any sense if somebody is buying a house from the point of view of tax. I'm sure God will agree with this.
All right, good. Now there's a second one. Okay, second situation. Okay, a client wants to send his or her children abroad. Because we all want to do the best and give the best for our children, right? And this client is ready to forego his retirement savings to send the child abroad, costing maybe around 75 lakhs, 1 crore rupees. So what do you think God would have told such a client?
See, the first thing, as far as a person like God, is that they do not want us to wallow in materialism. So the world is now completely stuck in materialism, and most of the problems can actually be traced to the sheer pursuit of materialism, to the exclusion of everything else. So now, if you have the money, if you can do it, nothing like it. All of us out here, and all of our clients, many of them are self-made. Okay, it is not that they had a fancy education. It is not that they got everything in life, but still today they are doing extremely well. Mm-hmm. So I would say that is the same with their children. I mean, don't take the initiative away from them. Don't take the don't douse the fire in the belly. By doing all the things for your children, there will be no initiative on the part of the children. So coming back to your question, do it if you have the money to comfortably send your children abroad. Otherwise, an Indian education, and from there the right kind of coaching from the parents, right kind of you can say guidance from the parent side, and the children will anyway do well. So obviously, breaking your nest egg as far as retirement nest egg is definitely not the right thing to do.
All right, good. So friends, if you have questions to God, you can ask that, and let's see what Suresh will have answers for that. Okay. So So the third question is this. Okay. One of my relative, okay, asked me for money. Okay, and he's in a dire situation, and that's how he has been for long, in a dire situation. and the client knows that, or I know that my relative will not pay me back that money. Okay. So what do you think God would have told me if this was the situation?
God always wants us to be sensible. God always wants us to be compassionate. God wants us to help others. Okay. Having said that, I mean, we have to have our common sense very much in place. So what probably God would have said is that uh, you lend the money that you are willing to forget. I mean, after all, this person is your relative or your friend. So you lend that amount of money which you are willing to lend and forget. So that is what I tell my clients as well. If you can lend 50,000 and forget about it, it will not come back. That's absolutely fine. Because what happens if you stretch yourself and lend a large sum of money at a different point in time when you ask for that money, the entire relationship starts. So this happens a lot. So that's the, I think, good thing to do. And one more very quick thing. It is not that God is answering all these questions in the book. It is only that God is coming at various points in time, and in fact he is providing me that anchor which I require when I'm actually talking to clients, because I also tend to go astray.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we thought we'll make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, it's good. The next question is from Senthil AV. Okay, and how is the relationship between money and happiness, and how much is sufficient money for peace and happiness in one's life?
Very good, excellent. Money and happiness, the relationship is at best tenuous. It is not that people who have money are happy and vice versa. So I mean, we have to find happiness in the smallest of things that we have. We have to find happiness in every moment of life. So, I mean, we wrongly connect money and happiness. So I think you got the answer. How much money is sufficient for peace and happiness? Again, it's a personal thing. We wrongly again connect happiness with the material things that we have. We think that acquiring more and more from various sources, I think that is the source of happiness. We will have to seek contentment. We will have to seek fulfillment, which is beyond money, and do all the right things which will actually bring meaning into our life, not necessarily in the form of the material things which we are always in pursuit of.
Interesting. Okay, so let's move on to next question. Now, one of my clients is anxious about his job. Since the markets are really not good, and the economic condition is not good. Okay, so how do we kind of guide and help such clients who are a little bit worried about their job security?
Yeah, wonderful question, because this is where we people as advisors can actually play a huge role. See, the client there are people who have lost their jobs. There are very few of them whom I have encountered, but more to the point, there are people who have whose income has reduced, maybe by 15%, 20%. It's on a temporary basis, but at the same time they have their expenses, they have their EMIs going on, so they have various commitments, and because of that they are a bit worried. So it is good to have a good one-to-one conversation with these clients and understand their particular situation and see what that particular client can do. In fact, we have a strategic session with our clients. I mean, we have identified certain clients and we are having a strategic session with a client about what is that they really want to do in life. So these may be people who have lost their job or may not have lost their job, but the COVID situation has brought about that introspection in a lot of us. A lot of people have started questioning what they are doing in life.
Mm-hmm.
And this session which we are having is really helping them. So this kind of a session in the context of a job loss, in the context of a income shrinkage, I think will be very helpful, and we can play a huge role beyond finances for the client.
Mm-hmm. Okay, excellent, very good. My next question to you, Suresh, and it's going really very well. I'm loving this conversation with you, Suresh. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
So, one of my client comes to me and says, I want to be a crorepati. Help me become a crorepati. Everybody has this somehow a notion that I should have a crore of money in my bank balance. So what do you think we should tell such clients?
It's pretty simple. See, what the amount of money we want is a factor of what expenses and what goals we have and where we want to go in life. So, the first question that I will ask is, why do you want 1 crore? Why not 5 crores? Why not 10 crores?
Wow.
Because I mean, so there has to be a context to this 1 crore or 5 crore or 10 crores. So, what is that you want? Because a lot of people come and say that I want to retire with 2 crores. I want to retire with 5 crores. So we ask them the same question that, I mean, do you know for sure that if you have 2 crores, your retirement will be well funded? So, I mean, we have to understand where they are coming from. We also do a bit of life coaching in that sense. We tell them that, I mean, don't run after money. I mean, run after fulfillment in life, run after happiness. So, those are the things which are really important and allow us as advisors to come up with a figure that will be really important for you to accumulate to get that happy life, fulfilling life. And of course, I mean, all the material things also, whatever you want.
Yeah. So instead of running behind a particular figure of wealth, run behind the fulfillment and goals. Lovely. Okay. So, excellent. My next question to you is this, Suresh. Now, client gets a very hot stock tip from his very dear friend. Okay. And it's a bull market, right? And he wants to invest, in this next tip which he has got. So what do you think we should be telling such a client? The hot tips which clients keep getting from their relatives and friends and others, or even from the media.
Yeah. So the problem with this hot tips or problem from moving from one vehicle to another vehicle based on whatever is currently doing well in the market,
Suresh, can
based
you
on facts.
yeah, little bit down. Yeah, maybe
Like
your
this?
left hand. You should hold it with left hand and bring it a little. This is good. Yeah,
This is good? Okay, fine.
yeah, this is good. Much better.
Yeah. Uh,
Hot stock tip.
stock tips. Yeah, sorry. As far as stock tips are concerned, it is definitely not a way to accumulate wealth. Because it is not based on one's goals or one requirement. There is no connect with what you want and the kind of asset allocation that you want in the portfolio. See, asset allocation bouquet has to be carefully constructed. So it has to be based on the risk tolerance level, risk assumption level of a client and where the goals are coming. Suppose there is a goal which is coming in 6 months or 1 year, then obviously we have to invest in a debt fund or arbitrage fund. If the goal is a 10-year goal, then we can appropriately invest in a growth asset, maybe an equity, maybe real estate, maybe other vehicles. So now the problem with most people is that they think that maximizing returns at every point in time and hitting those sixes all the time is the way to achieve whatever goals they have, which is absolutely a wrong notion. As a financial advisor, I have seen that we have drawn so many plans, hundreds of plans. We have seen that even at 8 or 9%, people are able to achieve all their long-term goals and fulfill even their retirement planning quite well. Okay, so there is no need for doing the stock tips, which is essentially speculation. Okay, so why do we want to get into speculation when there is a far more surer way of achieving what you want? And who is the person who is advising you? So it is some friend. The friend may be equally clueless like you. I mean, as far as the stock is concerned,
Yes.
the stockbroker may have a vested interest in terms of why somebody may be recommending. Even assuming the stockbroker has all the good intention, you can never predict the market.
Correct.
So I would ideally suggest that stay away from this. If you really want to invest in equity with a long-term view and you know how to do it, or you have an advisor for that, absolutely go ahead. Otherwise, stay with mutual funds. Even the fund manager and the team, they are also investing purely in stocks. Ultimately, you have peace of mind. Somebody is actually making money for you, and I mean, everything is good in the world.
Interesting perspective. The next one is, is a little tricky. Now, my wife is demanding for a diamond jewelry set.
Okay, so
Okay.
that is what Preeti is asking, is it? Okay.
Costing 10 lakh rupees. Okay.
Okay.
She has been asking for the last 3 years. So how do I handle this situation?
Hey, come on, Sadiq. You have been making a lot of money. You should give her the diamond set.
Just give it, is it?
Yeah, just give it. Yeah. Okay. So coming to the question,
See, it's all a matter of ultimately why are we earning this money? So
Yeah.
ultimately, it is to fulfill the aspirations of our family. And as long as the aspirations are within bounds, okay. I mean, your wife is, I mean, a part of your family, the most intimate person for you. And if you can fulfill that aspiration, let it be 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs is not such a big amount of money if you look at a lifetime of wealth creation. So if the only thing that we will have to look at is, can we afford that? And can we afford that? And can we do that particular expense? So let us not consider this as an investment. This is an expense. And I would say this is absolutely a good expense to have. No problem at all. I mean, we all have to, we all have to live it up. We all have to live well. So if that is the case, it is not going to impact any of your goals.
Mhm.
Uh, Go ahead and buy your wife that diamond set. I wish Preeti was there on this call.
No, I'm just making it up. Okay, Preeti is okay.
I'll,
I don't know actually about Preeti now.
I will call her after this call.
All right, good, good. So, friends, if you have any questions, put it in the chat box. Let's see what Suresh has got to do. We have these client situations which are quite tricky many of the times, and we are looking for those answers. Let's see what Suresh has got to say about it. All right, Suresh. Next question is this. Okay, many of us, many of our clients, many of us, we keep thinking about doing charity. Okay, and we can afford it, but somehow there is inertia to just get out and spend that money on good things. And this happens with a lot of clients, right? We can always afford to spend that 1%, 2% of our entire income on charity, but we really don't do it many of the time. So how do we go about guiding such clients?
In fact, in our practices, when we find that people are doing quite well, we
Mm-hmm.
actually bring that charity philanthropy into the dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
We tell them that what is that you are actually trying to do, what is the overall picture as far as you are concerned, where are you going, and what do you want to do. I mean, you have done well, obviously. The society has supported, somewhere somebody has supported.
Correct.
So what is that we can do to help our own people, our society, our country? What can we do about that?
Mm-hmm.
So when we put it in that way, somebody says that I'm supporting, say, maybe one child who is my mate's son or daughter, that kind of thing. Somebody says I'm already paying the school fees in through an NGO for some 3-4 kids. Somebody says I am donating to this hospital, and so on and so forth. A lot of times what happens is there is no proper concerted direction in
Mm-hmm.
terms of this philanthropy. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it is sporadic. So one year they have done some 30,000, 50,000. Next year there is nothing, and the third year they have done another 20,000. So that kind of thing. So one of the things which we tell them is that why don't we make it on a you are earning a salary on a monthly basis. So why do we also not make this on a consistent kind of a basis? So why don't we do that? So what we tell them is, why don't you take up something which can benefit the public at large, and let it be on a consistent yearly, monthly, yearly basis. So what we have told people, and people have accepted that very well, is that on your birthday or on your father's birthday, mother's birthday, spouse's birthday, you institute a kind of a scholarship. Okay, and you go and you
Very nice.
actually give that money on that particular day. You fix up
Correct.
whichever school,
Mm.
or you if you are so interested in healthcare and things like that, so you can actually on that particular day you can actually go and meet the patients, and the needy patients, you can actually give the money. So that we have told people, and some people have implemented that. I would say only some people. So other people say, ha sochenge, hamara goal bhi hai, dekenge, we will come to that. When I retire, I'll have a lot of money, I can give them money. But yeah, this dialogue is very much there with our clients.
All right. Very nice, Suresh. One last question, and then we'll end this conversation as such. And we'll try and connect it to today's QPFP session, which we are going to have right after this for the candidates. So, what do you think if a client dies without life insurance, okay, and without finances in place, without leaving a will and stuff like that, which where he leaves his family in a mess and goes up there and meets the God? What do you think will be the conversation between God and such kind of client?
The God would have asked, the first thing is, why did you not have a financial planner?
Very nice, very nice. Okay, good, good.
No, it's a bad place to be in. Whatever you said was a bad place to be in. I mean, those
Yeah,
are the absolute basics. Having a proper term plan, proper medical insurance is the absolute basics. And of course, whoever this person is, he should have actually done savings on a consistent basis and should have accumulated something for the family. I mean, you cannot just leave the family to, the devices of the, all the forces in the world. I mean, you cannot just leg it out there like that. So ideally, you should have done. You should have done those the basics. Basic security net should have been created.
very nice. Good, Suresh. We will thank you so much for these super crisp and very insightful answers. And these are, some of the situations which we all see in our day-to-day lives with while interacting with clients. And you've given the answers really very well, to the point, and also useful for the rest of the session. So how did you all like this, friends? How did you all like a conversation with Suresh Sadagopan? So we have Senthil saying, excellent session. Thanks, Suresh.
Thank you very much.
For the wonderful
Thanks a lot.
session. Awesome, insightful session. Awesome, great. Truptivani says, wonderful. Arvind says, great. Sushil More says, awesome. Ankita, good session, insightful. Nice session. Madhusudan, thank you. Great. Bhaskar, Vipul, great. Okay, book release. Can we get it in Amazon? Okay, now let's see.
If you can give me just 1 minute, I just want to tell all the, all the participants what this book is all about. I'll just take 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay.
So those of us who have joined late, this is the book we are talking about, which Suresh has just come out with. If God Was Your Financial Planner. Okay, let's see.
So the first thing I want to tell you right off the bat is that this is a story. This is written like a novel. And if you go on Amazon, this is coming under the category of contemporary fiction. It is not coming under finance. Okay.
It's a fiction. It's a story.
Yeah, it's a story. Because a lot of people have said this is a racy novel. This is a super gripping story, that kind of thing. So Amazon Artificial Intelligence has picked up that this is a story probably. It is not so much a finance book. So that is the first thing that I want to share with you. All of you can actually go and read this as a story, like any other storybook. You can actually read like a storybook. And secondly, it has been written from the perspective of a normal investor. So I have started from the the basic stuff. So it will all be there. And some people have said that it is like a kind of a handbook. So it is something like Kalpesh's book. I do agree. But this is again quite different. If you have read Kalpesh's book, you should read this book also. The treatment is quite different. And the treatment is quite different because God comes throughout more to coach me rather than anything. When I have these kind of, you can say, man mein duvida jabi paida hota hai. So then it is at that point he's really trying to calm my nerves, so that I can talk to the clients and actually take them along. So that kind of thing. So it's a very, very interesting dialogue. So the life planning portion or the life philosophy portion also comes loud and clear throughout the book.
The spirituality and life, connection with life.
Connection with life. And the third thing which I would say is that this is a book which has also been written with the advisor in mind. I mean, all of you in mind. So there are multiple situations. Sadiq had posed some of the questions. There are so many situations. There are something like 6 or 7 clients in this book. So there is actually a person who passes away, and what kind of trauma the family actually goes through, and as an advisor, how we can actually help. So that actually comes through in the book. So that is one situation. A person actually loses the job, and what is that as an advisor I'm trying to do in that context. Then there is a person who is reasonably earning well, but again they are not managing their finances. They are not following the advisor's counsel. So that kind of a case. There is a retirement planning case, and there is a case which is on the verge of divorce because of financial mismanagement. And then how do we bring it back? So there are multiple cases like that. It's an interesting book from the point of view of the lay investor, from the point of view of an advisor. And I can assure you that this will not be a boring book. That's all I want to say.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Suresh, for joining us this morning. and taking your time out to speak to our
Thank you.
members and candidates. So friends, can we all just say thank you and express our gratitude to Suresh sir on the chat box?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here, for supporting me. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, and wish you all the very best, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Good day to you. Bye. Bye, all of you.